The God of Chickens. The God of Chickens is a tall, skinny, white humanoid chicken. Similar to chickens, instead of having both a front hole and a back hole, it has only one hole. Its face sports a pair of giant red eyes with minuscule black dots for pupils. You're probably wondering why the hell this weird thing exists, and it's to punish those who eat poultry or abuse chickens. Fun fact, did you know that chickens recognize up to 100 faces, feel emotions, dream when they sleep at night, and can also be fried with up to 11 different herbs and spices? Well, the God of Chicken knows, and now he also knows that you know. The God of Chickens is seemingly intelligent, as it likes to psychologically torture its victims before going in for the final kill. Any eggs the victim has in their house will begin to rot and crack, making the room smell like a North American neckbeard nest. Any unrotten eggs that the target attempts to crack open will have an unborn chicken fetus inside. Consuming this stillborn chicken fetus leads to infertility, if you were thinking about doing that for some fucked up reason. If the household has any poultry animals, these will all become incredibly violent, seemingly working as a team to attack any humans or other domestic animals in the vicinity. The God of Chicken also seems to have a strange venom of sorts. After a target is pecked, they begin to feel sick, sluggish, nauseous, and they gain an excess of weight. When examined at the doctors, the physician expressed that it's almost as if the victim had been pumped full of steroids and antibiotics, just like a chicken on the factory line. The God of Chickens will eventually appear after enough Chick-fil-A themed torture, murdering the victim with a well-placed and incredibly deep peck to the center of the heart. The body is usually found later being fed upon by chickens. You can tell if the God of Chickens is nearby because all chickens in the area will go completely silent before going batshit insane and clucking repeatedly as loud as they can. It can command all poultry in the area, often spurring them to violence. It can be hard to tell if the God of Chickens is nearby because lots of chickens are just naturally loud dickheads. In some egg farms with cruel practices, there have been mysterious cases of all of the chickens in the farm somehow getting outside of the property and wandering together in large groups away from the facility. Upon inspection of the building, it was found that the workers of the factory were crammed into the cages that are considered much too small for even a chicken. Their bones and joints distended and cracked to fit them into these boxes like a jigsaw puzzle. Despite these injuries, every worker was somehow alive and responsive upon discovery. One worker was quoted as saying, "Oh God, why?" In other reports of factories where the chickens have escaped in a similar manner, investigators found the human workers clogging the grinder they used to kill the baby male chickens to turn them into dog food. Fortunately, this did not interrupt the supply chain, and even more dog food was shipped out on time the next day. Unconfirmed accounts of the God of Chicken shoving eggs up into people's asses has also been reported. To keep our resident human safe, we've begun feeding him a diet of raw red meat and microplastics only. Side note, this one time I was in a Whole Foods, and I remember the line was taking an incredibly long time. This kind of annoyed me, so I peeked my head out to the front to see what the issue was, and there was this woman just screaming at the poor dude behind the registers because the Whole Foods was apparently out of grass-fed chicken. I don't think I've ever seen anything funnier than the expression of the checkout man on the brink of tears trying to explain to this Karen that chickens don't eat grass. This chicken monster also carries a special chicken egg, which is often seen levitating between both of its strange chicken feet hands. It lays this egg to gain control over poultry, manipulate other eggs in the area, or cause any dead poultry products to move as if they were still live muscle. It often unlays this egg back up into its weird one waist/egg hole to protect it, but you can easily just stomp really hard on its stomach to get it to shit it out so you can crush it. I have not had a single lucid thought in the past 2.5 years. If you can smash this egg, the God of Chickens will lose its higher cognition and the rest of its abilities, becoming a regular human-shaped bipedal chicken, also known as delicious. I know what some of you are going to say. Isn't that the same image you used for your basis of the stalker in the backrooms? The answer is yes. There could be a simple explanation of me not knowing the God of Chicken's existence at the time of making that video, but since I definitely know all and would never make a mistake, I now suspect that they are the same person. Think about it. Have you ever seen the God of Chickens and the backroom stalker in the same room at the same time? Coincidence? I think not. If you like this video and want to see me make more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, or I will shove eggs in your butt and throw you to the chickens. I want to shout out MayaBunny23 and Snake Boyle for these new stills of AzFk. These cult classic artists are in the description of every video. Shout out to the members of the inner circle. Love y'all. Okay, bye.